Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Well, welcome to another episode of AFK Juicers podcast. This week, we have a very fun guest, one of my good friends, IRL friend now. Turtle will be joining us today. Welcome, Turtle Lags.
Yay, thank you. Good to be here.
Well, as usual, let's start off this week with, does anyone have any highlight or lowlights they'd like to share about their week?
No.
The newest
Maybe
unit,
we should
for sure.
maybe we should skip this round. I've heard that lots of people think this is the part that they quit the video at.
What?
I think that was one negative person, but if we don't have any highlights or lowlights this week, that's fine too. We can move on to the question of the week. Besides cats or dogs, what animal would you want as a pet? I can start off first. I would like, probably like a lion or a tiger.
Oh my god.
Yeah, pretty dangerous.
Like a
Like-
tame one?
I don't know how well you can actually tame one. I never watched like the Tiger King show, but I think they could still be pretty dangerous at any moment.
Okay. And you would still want one as a pet.
I think so.
Like you would voluntarily go take one. And...
I might also probably have to hire like a professional handler.
I think B's pretty scary. He might scare the tiger off. You never know.
Yeah, you know,
Pretty scary.
maybe I think I can vibe out a tiger. I can vibe diff a tiger.
You're gonna touch a tiger?
No, just my aura. The tiger's gonna be chill.
So you're gonna touch him a lot.
Oh,
No,
so
I'm
he
just
likes
gonna pet. Like I'd pet a tiger.
I would
Okay.
probably.
I don't like the way you're saying it, Jimmy.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
I
would pet the tiger if I had one.
Well, I mean, or is it like
turtle.
exotic animals?
No, it could be just anything, just not like just a non-common pet.
Okay.
You want to go next,
I
Milan,
have
or you want more
Charizard.
time?
I'm
I'd
set
pick
when-
Charizard.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
One that
That's a
won't
great
kill
type.
Pick
you.
a real animal.
Yeah, I would love
It
to
is
have
a
like
real
a pet.
animal. Did you not see the Pokemon movie? It's so real.
Okay.
I will even.
Jimmy's had too much
Where would
sugar
you keep
today.
it? Yeah. Jimmy,
Outside.
you have like
Yeah,
what in your driveway?
Jimmy's asking me if I can vibe a tiger while he's over here naming Pokemon like he's not about to get destroyed by one.
No. I'd have a Master Ball ready.
Oh my god.
I catch
Catch whoever's attacking you.
Exactly. A Master Ball ready. They can't fight that.
Okay.
I'd get a Mega Evolved Charizard.
Oh my. Well, for real animals, what would you like, Milan?
I would pick a monkey.
A monkey? I think monkeys would be a pretty cool pet. Would you like? Are you just trying to train a monkey butler, dude?
Yeah, no, monkeys we could actually like train for real and talk to and communicate with. They could be like, yeah, they'd be my best friend. I'll walk a monkey.
Do you know sign language? You would have to
No.
learn sign language.
I would be willing to.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Have you seen Planet of the Apes?
I have. It's a good movie.
You know, Milan would be like that guy with the orange hat in Curious George.
In Curious George? Okay. Yeah,
The
I
rich
could see
guy?
that too. Yeah, he's more like
The
that
guy
guy
with
than
the
James
yellow hat.
Franco.
Here, I'll show it.
You know what Curious? Do you know the story of Curious George?
Yeah,
Milan?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I mean, he's
Yeah.
yeah, the
His
guy
owner.
with the yellow hat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I could be him.
All right, Jimmy, you ready to name a real animal?
Charizard is a real animal.
Okay, turtle. What would you like as a pet? Would you like a turtle, or what are you going for?
Actually, that's what I was going to say. Because I had a pet turtle for most of my life until probably maybe a year or two after I finished college.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So like you had a turtle for 15 plus years,
Yes, like from fourth grade until a year after college. So let's see, from age fourth grade means
Age
I was
fourth grade.
9.
Yeah.
So from 9 to 23.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
What was your turtle's name?
Lucky.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Yeah,
that's
my
awesome.
turtle was named Lucky because my mom actually did not want me to have a turtle, but my grandmother, she was visiting the US for the first time. And my mom, she used to always drop me off at the aquarium that was next to the supermarket that my mom would used to shop at. And when my grandmother visited, it was me and my grandmother at the aquarium while my mom was grocery shopping, and usually it was just fish, but that day they had these really adorable, super cute baby turtles, like 3 of
So,
them.
like the size of your palm.
Yeah, like even smaller, like the size of. I'm pretty sure it was illegal back then, but
Yeah.
the store owner caught 3 baby turtles, and there was one that was looking at me, and I really wanted that turtle. Yeah, but my mom, when she came, I was like, "Look, turtle, turtle," and my mom, she whacked my hand away, saying not to touch the turtle because they're dirty. Let's get going. And so when we were loading the groceries in the car trunk, my mom's like, "Where's grandma?" And we probably spent like 5 minutes looking for grandma. And when we found her, she had bought the turtle.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
How big did Lucky end up being?
Probably the size of my head.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, they get pretty big.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's awesome.
and I remember that turtle changed my life because back then, you wouldn't know this, but I used to get in fights all the time.
What?
And I
You?
would get, yes, yeah.
Like, were you a bully?
No,
You were?
it was like people like hiding my pencil box or my backpack, you
They were
know,
bullying you when
because
you fought back.
yeah, we had changed cities, and so I didn't know anyone. But the thing was, like, I was bigger than the bully, so I would beat them up. Um, like, I remember I was getting sent to the principal's office almost every day.
Wow.
Like, I would get pink slips maybe 3 times a week. Yeah. But when I got the turtle, though, you know, I realize now bullies, they look for people who they think are easy to push around. But
Mhm.
when you're happy because you have a pet turtle and you make all these friends, you know, you have friends, bullies tend to stay away from people who have friends. I know that now. So, yeah, the turtle changed my life. I remember there was also a girl who I really liked who liked that I was obsessed with turtles. And I had brought my turtle to show and tell. And she would always be like, "Oh, can I hold him? Can I hold him?" And we became pretty close. Yeah, so I've always been very fond of turtles, but one thing that I would do differently compared to in the past was back then, you know, my parents didn't really approve of the idea of me spending money to get like a proper aquarium for them. So my
okay.
turtles, like I eventually had 5 turtles.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, and I had like very normal turtle tanks. It was just like the turtle tank and water. That was it. No like terrarium or anything like that. So if
You
I
had a
was to
little
do
island
it all
for it?
over, I would have like an aquarium with fish, you know, and deep enough for the turtle to swim and maybe go into a cave or two, you know.
Nice.
I would do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
I had a pet turtle for like a year or so before my dad gave it to my cousin. But yeah, we would have like guppies in the water, and it would just jump in and eat the guppies.
Yeah.
Or like, no, I guess it was more minnows. I don't know, like the little tiny feeder fishes.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, that's so cool. Thanks for that story, man.
Yeah,
I did not know that about you. That's so cool. Well, not the
yeah.
bullying part, but glad you stood up for yourself and got through it.
Thank you, thank you. That's why my avatars they tend to be like turtle something. So
Mhm.
the lags part came from my terrible internet growing up. Like my family, we lived in the mountains, which had terrible internet connection. So playing online games was impossible because I wouldn't be able to enter the next stage because I was lagging so bad.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, I used to play first-person shooter games on dial-up when DSL just came out, and everyone on DSL is just destroying everyone that's on dial-up.
Oh no.
But yeah,
What is dial-up
wow,
in
that's really
DSL?
cool. Yeah, Milan's at that nice age where it's only fiber.
No, there's cable.
Oh yeah, and cable. Yeah.
There's cable
No.
in Canada?
Yeah, I made the switch to fiber.
Nice.
Mm.
What did you think we were
Play
using,
Journey?
Jimmy? Before.
I don't know. Like ice threads?
Ice threads.
Snow?
Yeah, maple syrup and ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that was a very nice intro. Let's get right into it. News and updates. What's up, Asperia? Jimtavius.
Mm. So we had one of my favorite heroes, Callan, drop. What are your guys' thoughts on him?
Alan.
Your favorite
Oh,
hero.
Yeah, he's just so great. Isn't he great?
who was your previous
He's like
favorite hero,
Snorlax.
Jimmy?
That's a tough one, you know? There's so many good ones. Like, Kafra is a god.
Right. Well, yeah, Callan. Just No. No.
Yeah. It's so sad because he has such a cool design, human golem and stuff.
I feel
He
like
has a soul
aesthetically he
trap
was
in it.
pretty cool.
Yeah, no, exactly. He has a nice headwear, like you mentioned. Just like,
Yeah, Headwear's his biggest pro this season.
yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
he's a
Oh,
god
like
next season,
Snorlax.
though.
I can see that, you know?
Snorlax
is
skin,
slept on.
AFKJ Pokemon collab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, we can talk more about a bigger overview of Callan later. Is there any other big news?
So we all reached Endless by now. I guess more the whales reached Endless by now. I think free to plays also should have reached Endless by now, right? Or is the reso difference too much?
I think a lot of the free to plays, it might be an artifact diff more than a reso diff, because if you're fully free to play,
No. I
you're like a week
think
behind on
artifacts are good.
artifact.
No, because the last artifact we got, what was it? Oh, you know, it was a sword one. Never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, you might be
Blade
behind.
Storm.
they might be like
Blade
on the
Storm's-
edge. They might be like 90% in hell.
Mm. And then Pioneer's back. We can see someone on it right now.
Yes.
Yeah. How's Pioneer been, Milan? What's your experience been? What's it like?
I mean, there is the issues, like, with translation and just, like, crashes and stuff. But, I mean, that's expected on the Pioneer version. The new stuff is all pretty cool, though. It's actually
Yeah, what
very
was day
exciting.
one on Pioneer like? What'd you have to do?
Oh my god.
So you just got the fresh account on Pioneer because it just came back up.
Yeah. You have to spend an hour getting all your units of Paragon 4 plus 15.
They all start off as epic.
S plus. So here.
Okay,
I
they start
even
off at least
missed some. But you pretty much have enough copies, and you just go like, this is the whole process for an hour if it's clicking.
for all the various units.
Yeah, and the story too, it resets you all the way at the start. I haven't done it, but if you want, you could redo the whole story. So.
Oh, for the lore lovers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Re-experience it. Well, what's the main things that you've been testing on Pioneer?
Well, the hottest unit in town.
Oh, hello.
For sure. Outside of her, we have Clash runs coming. It didn't start yet, so it's about to start now. We're in the deployment stage, so in 9 hours.
Oh, this is a beautiful map.
Yeah, no, it completely got reworked.
Yeah. How are you digging this, Turtle?
I like that they're making changes. It looks very different. I mean, aesthetically, it could be a lot better.
Mhm.
You know, I was mentioning earlier that if I was a brand new person, like recently joined AFK Journey, I wouldn't know that this was a game mode in AFK Journey. Like, it doesn't give like an AFK Journey vibe.
I can see that, yeah.
I think that's the only problem. I mean, it doesn't make it bad, but
You wouldn't be expecting this.
yeah.
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 And that's the funny thing with AFK Journey, because they had a lot of like what I call like the for fun commercials that isn't the gameplay.
Yeah, the
And-
ads.
Whereas this one is funny because, like you're saying, you wouldn't expect this to show up in a game like this.
hmm
Yeah. Is there any changes in Clashfront besides the map?
Oh yeah, we'll go more in depth, but there's a lot of, I think, overall good changes.
Yeah. I think our next segment is talking about the Pioneer server. So if you want to go in depth right now, please feel free.
Okay, let's do it. So let's talk about the best part then, right? The rewards.
Mm-hmm.
So now,
What are we doing this for?
so they have different rankings, same as last time. So I'll go off like the end of the ranking because each one has their own different rewards. So just for finishing, we get a bunch of stargazers, yellow stones, a title, a new gold crest. I'm not sure actually what this is. Might be for the guild, like a trophy or something.
Ooh, maybe a new place in the guild hall.
Yeah. And then the settlement rewards. But what's really good is the deployment rewards. Now, just for deploying your teams, you get 750 gold guild medals, and that's daily.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good, because some people were forgetting to deploy a lot the first time around.
This isn't the highest rank, so you'll start off, I believe, in Epic. If you're like a big guild, like top 10, I think, starts in Epic. So you'll get only 650, but you'll move up. And this is like 5 times a game, and we'll have 4 games total. So it's a lot of guild medals extra.
5 rounds total.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
No, I just wanted to make sure, like, what you meant by that. Okay. And then the fighting is a little bit different, right?
Yeah, so they change it a little bit. So you get the normal thing where it's like the Vanguard battles, and then you got the free-for-all battles. Now the free-for-all battles will be like power-wise. So like the strongest will fight the strongest, and then it'll go in descending order. So
Okay.
it's
It's
not
not
really
like
random.
complete mix and match.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And then
I think that's good.
yeah, and then after, so you know how you would deploy like 50 teams to one base, and then no one would go there; they would just sit there and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after any extra, after the free-for-all stage, or now it's called the melee stage, there's this combat trial, and they get like points just for like extra units or teams deployed on tiles.
Oh, so like you're left like, what if you have a melee phase and you have units left over? Do they still go to the combat trial?
I have no idea, actually. I believe they do.
Okay.
But it
Well,
looks
that's
like
cool.
there's a cap on how many you get, and it's also by power. So it's like you're clearing floors. I'm not actually sure exactly. We're gonna start our new round in 9 hours, so I'll get more info then.
Yeah,
But it
tune in
sounds
next
pretty
week,
cool.
huh?
Yeah.
Turtle, how do you feel about these?
Actually, I was going to ask a question, Milan. Could you show us what the deployment looks like?
Yeah, so you make your team. So at the bottom, it'll say like groups. You go make
Okay.
your teams. You click on a tile, and then it's similar to before, where you could go and
Right, you
deploy
can
your
create,
teams.
I think, like up to 5 teams.
Yeah, if
As a
you're
Vanguard.
Vanguard, yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you're a Vanguard, right. Mm.
And then you have the Vanguard team as well. And we could appoint people.
It's a
and
party
this
on
is-
that island.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100 teams here. It's crazy. But it
Wow.
looks like this tile here isn't connected. Like you could see. Oh, oops. They have their own. So this is like a free grid.
So day one, everyone's just doing combat trials.
on
almost.
this one. So I guess you want to
Yeah.
deploy like everyone here, and then only like a few.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's the middle ones. This one is worth a lot of points. 250.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I see. So they expanded the map a little bit. That piece of map in the very middle, that wasn't there before.
No.
And they added
It was
one
just
on
like
the
a
ends as
four,
well, I
like
guess.
almost like a 4x. Before it was a 4x4 in the center with 4 borders, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, no, there's definitely new strategies. And also, what I really like, you see this deploy here thing? Message?
Hmm.
I set that. So you can now set tags. You can even put emojis, but I guess they're not displaying. And you can make your own custom tags. So you could make a, like, communication within the guild could be a lot easier. Say, like,
That's what I was.
Ah.
That's what I wanted last time.
Yeah, you know, I think they implemented it at the very end of Clash Fronts before, but a lot of my guildmates did not understand
Yeah.
what it meant.
yeah. No, I really like this. So you could, like, add different tags and then place it.
Ah,
So
uh-huh.
now it says, like, the message here, and then here I could put another message.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes coordinating in-game way easier.
Yeah. And it looks like the messages actually transfer over, so you don't need to write it every time.
Nice.
Yeah, this is especially important for guilds who don't have their own Discord server, which I would say is most of the players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This would definitely help out with more casual games.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they have... So there's a few more things they added. So there's this treasure hamster. And it looks like just throughout the game, there's going to be like a chest that's going to appear on one of the tiles. And it'll be like a race to get that tile.
Mm.
Oh, treasure goblin.
Yeah. Looks like it lasts
learn-
for 2 rounds. And it
Oh, a
gives
lot
bunch
more
of
strategy
points.
then.
Oh, so if you happen to occupy a piece of the map that has that goblin appearing, you have to defend extra hard.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll see what they mean by large number of points, though. It better be worth it for the efforts.
Like 250. Well, maybe
Yeah.
not that much, but that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. And then there's another thing I noticed. I don't know. Right here, number 3. Clash Fronts is a cross-server mode. That's sort of like... Maybe that implies outside of districts?
I wonder.
Because it
Or
doesn't
maybe
say,
it's
like,
just their
district
long way
wide
of
or
saying
something.
districts. Because districts are cross-server.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
technically.
probably just means district, like that particular district.
Yeah.
Okay. And then... I
Unless
think
you have your
there's-
own specific Clash Front district, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. And then there's some changes to the endurance it's called now instead of the stamina system.
Mm.
So it like explains exactly how it works. And then I think that's all. Yeah, I think that's all the new changes.
That's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about the hottest topic, which is the iciest lady.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh man, she is a very interesting unit. So
Yeah, I was like, is there any more,
dive in.
Milan?
yeah, I don't know where to get started. It's her whole kit. So she's similar to Tassie in that her whole kit is around her ult.
Mhm.
Like if she doesn't ult, she isn't really doing anything at all.
Hmm.
But she has the strongest ult in the game. So what her ult does is she casts it, everything freezes, the whole map, even the timer with her Mystic Plus skill, even the time, like it freezes everything. If Dynel's in the air mid ult, it'll freeze him too. Scarlita. And then she selects 3 enemies and takes her, like unfreezes just those 3 enemies. Gets a massive shield worth 300% of her attack.
That's a lot. She has a lot of attack.
Yeah. Increases her haste by 60 and her attack by 60%. And then just like a boss fight, like a 1v3.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's like really insane. Her first skill is just like a tornado she throws out, or like a whirlwind, and it goes after enemies. And then if she's in her ult, like the domain, it sends out like one big one and 2 mini ones that follow them, and they each do some damage. Her third skill is just like a icicle shot. And then
Carolina like?
not really, it's more just like like if you see the animation here, she gets like 5 icicles and then just shoots them in an arc. Yeah, like
Okay.
a cleave, but like
Mm-hmm.
all like map wide. And then her legendary plus increases her attack. Her mythic plus, so this makes it to where once she uses her ult, she does up to 200% damage just for like getting people into the domain. And then only she could, like no one could ult in her domain.
Mm.
And she cancels all ults. So if like a Hewin is mid ult, she'll cancel that. If Taylene is ulting, she'll cancel that. Thorin, every ult she just cancels and then does a bunch of damage. And if you have
Wow,
her
so-
plus 15, she just stops the whole timer entirely. So now like the time at the top right, it won't go down. And this is actually really useful for Dream Realm
Yeah.
and AFK stages.
So, wow, this is a lot of people like before like this came up thought she was only for PvP, but there's a lot of PvE uses here as well.
yeah. Oh yeah. And I think
Game changing.
her strongest skill is her Supreme Plus skill. It's like everyone in her domain, so the 3 units she brings in, they get like Scarlita yoinked or bonked if they get low
yeeted,
health.
like they get sent off the map.
Not really. They just get frozen, but it acts the same way as getting yeeted off the map. Like Taylene won't revive. Thorin won't revive.
Wow.
And this threshold is like huge because she's doing so much damage and has such a high attack. Like anyone who she brings into her ult is just dead.
Right.
And just to be clear, this Domain of Eternal Winter that I'm seeing in a lot of her kit, these are all it's from her ult. So if she doesn't ult, you're not in the domain.
Yeah, no, that's what I said at the start. She is entirely ult dependent. If she can't ult, she doesn't really do anything.
So Selly Hypo Tiles,
Yeah.
Twin, Rowan.
Mhm. And this is why Cryonia could be good with the twins, which might be bad news for free-to-plays, because the twins are the only supports, like one of the few heroes besides Rowan that can give energy.
Yes, so I'll show you the team I've been using to push stages. And it includes the twins, because, like you said, the twins give a lot of energy. The Friesto, Buff, and Rowan. And you're gonna see here just how absurd her ult is. I'll slow it down.
Yeah, let's go one time.
Yeah. So she's gonna build her ult here. Twins ult.
Oh, that's a pretty
Yes.
animation.
So that's the domain.
Yep, so she brought in Dino. I can't see these two units. And then you could see Dino got low, it's frozen instantly. And then you could look at her energy. She immediately cast it again because of the twins
Oh,
buff for
wow.
Yeso. Yeah.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah. You could get her cycling alts really quickly.
Wow.
That's insane.
Oh yeah.
How is she getting energy so fast the second time? Does she get like some energy refund or?
Well, so here she gets energy like just hitting people, but also for a kill she gets a lot. Like if you see when she pops out, she got a bunch of energy.
Oh yeah, I see the
Yeah.
energy meter down there. Yeah.
Wasn't it also in her skill that she gets like 200 energy back after an ult or something?
I don't believe so.
Turtle, adjust your stream resolution for your full screen.
Oh, oops.
Is it, Jimmy?
I think
Jamie,
I
can you
read
ask that again?
that she had a skill where she gets energy back after an ult. Maybe I think I read it somewhere.
I don't see it. I think that's a twin skill. You're talking about the twins refund here, right?
I don't know.
Because the twins make
think I
it to
read
where when a unit ults, they get 15% of their energy back. If they're chained. So that might be what you're referring to.
Okay.
Also, her charm skill, I don't think anyone... I'm not sure who else has this charm, but it's like a stackable attack increase. And it like hits someone twice. So like if she hits a unit, or I think Burial has it or something, they get hit a second time. So it's really strong because she's like an AoE unit. She's going to be constantly activating that.
This just makes me wonder how the third CH is going to be this season. With this much juice on the second one.
Yeah. There's also a bunch of cool interactions with how she works. Because she freezes everything, it's weird because... So, for one, I'll show you in the game. She ults, everything just stopped outside of the people in it. But artifacts still go off.
Oh,
see here,
okay.
this artifact just went searching.
But you wouldn't want like Frostfall or Star Shard because those are count based.
Yeah. So what another good one here is like banishing, because that still activates in her domain. Even the like overcharge could give her more energy and make her immune when she ults. And it's super weird. Like surging, you can see it goes off again
Yeah, wow.
for even more damage. Or Blade Storm as well. And other things that get applied to her and the enemy. So Bonnie's debuff will also still tick if they're on the enemy. Like Citrana's burn will still go off. Or if you have Hogan and she's on the Lightbearer tile, Hogan won't be frozen. But if she's not on the Lightbearer tile, Hogan will be frozen.
Oh, that's an interesting interaction.
Yeah, so does any of her summons, so like Hogan I guess is considered a summon, or anything that's applied to her or the units brought into the domain will stay. But everything else everything is frozen, including the timer.
Wonder what happens if the enemy Burial clones her.
It's frozen.
Okay.
Because the Burial clone can't ult either.
Okay.
And another weird interaction, I'll show this in Arena, because you'll be able
Oh, this
to
would be good with
there.
Bonnie as well on her team in like PvP.
Yeah, no,
Right.
Bonnie is really good because she like has the icicles that hit everyone and the tornado. So she is spreading that Bonnie debuff, and then they get brought into the domain, and then they die even faster. So here, I'll show you. Cryonia versus Cryonia. It's pretty much... it's like a boss fight. Whoever ults first wins, and for some reason... Well, I guess it's intentional. You can't ult if you're in her domain, but if you have her in... Like, I'll show you what I mean in this replay. But she could, like, ult if you have, like, an enemy version of her. in the domain. And then it just becomes a boss fight. Like, it's just both in their ult, just attacking each other. It's pretty cool. Okay, it didn't show here. I killed him too quick. Let me find another person.
Suffering from success.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the strategy is just give her ult. Twins, Friesto, Rowan even now.
So it seems like Rowan probably will make a comeback in PvP, which is really neat.
Yeah, I gotta start paragoning my Rowan.
Yeah, me too.
Because his, like, her ult just is devastating. So if any way to get it faster is really good. I'm sure it's not like the best team. Like, this is just me playing around with her. There might be like better teams.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a Dunlinger. I didn't even notice. Okay, that kind of messes up her.
I mean, this team that you're running right now, Milan, was what I was thinking. Except I would run, I think, Damien instead of Hugin. But I think Hugin in some ways is better because he just is a support that keeps the allies alive better with like shields and stuff.
Oh yeah, the intention was just to like super buff her. So like Hugin, everyone just buffing her to twins, and then she ults and just kills everyone. But yeah, I'll try it with Damien, because Damien also is really good at that.
Yeah,
I mean, more people would have Paragons on Damien, I think, than Hugin.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Okay, no, oh, they have a Dunlinger again. Okay, let's take out.
Yeah,
Rowan
am I gonna
here.
have to paragon my Dunlinger now too? Jeez.
Yeah. Let's let's put on Bonnie.
The thing about Dunlinger in Pioneer server is I remember when the first Pioneer server came out, everybody was running Dunlinger, but then when it came to global, nobody did.
Right.
True. Yeah, I mean, everyone just wants to use, like, look at this. This is an all-cell hypo team.
Yeah,
Because they
like,
can't really use this on global, right? So,
Right.
Well, there's like maybe 5 people that can.
yeah. So let's try this out. We got Bonnie with her. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like this team would be more what I would be running.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is
more
probably a better
stall
team.
than burst.
Okay, so I ult here. And then you might see it. She might pop her ult. No, okay. We'll kill her in time. Man, it's a struggle to show this example, but she is really, like, doing good damage. Almost as much as Bonnie in this example.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. This is amazing.
yeah, I wish there was, like, normal teams here, like you'd see. Like a Dino team or maybe, like, an Euron team. But it's all just, like, all-cell hypo teams.
Do you think you could air on nuke this opponent you're about to take out?
I do think I can.
The good old classic?
Yep, let's do it. So, now that we talked about how good she is, let's talk about her downside. And they don't have Willie May, right? Okay, let me make a team quickly. We'll do like Elsa. She is very fragile. So we'll see here once that Elsa rock pops. Oh, yeah, she died. Why are the Elsa rocks not going off? Interesting. Oh no, she didn't die. Okay, that's not good. Elsa didn't do anything though. What was that? Yeah, what happened there? But yeah, she is, like, you could easily, like, snipe her off with Sylvina or Vala. Or even, like, nuke her with Euron. So I was running it in Supreme Arena earlier, but maybe we'll find another example. I won't use Elsa.
Oh, Slowby is saying Crown Eye is hard to kill when she has the twins buffing her.
Oh.
Yeah, the twins do keep her up. Let me try another...
I do think Bonnie helps as well, because the opposing Bonnie was probably decreasing your haste.
Yeah. So, let's try... What could help Nuke here? Maybe just like a Lily May. Oh, they have their own Lily May.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have Dunlinger. Hello.
No, I thought a Dunlinger, but it was on Cure Lock. I didn't notice the Lily May. Okay. Well, I guess that's just my fault, but maybe it'll work
Wait,
out.
maybe. I don't know.
You
I think
get
she's about to
your own
ult. And
ults?
it's gonna ruin everything.
Oh, no. I
Oh
got
wait,
it.
wait.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
So as amazing as she is, there is some counters.
yeah, so just don't let her ult. Either snipe her before she does it, or cancel it with like Lily May or Dunlinger.
You going P4 on her? All the way, just like Rock?
We'll see, Jim. Yeah, I hope so. If I have enough. But it's rough.
You're not waiting for Athalia?
I don't know. I'm really liking
What if
her.
Athalia is the counter to her? Because Athalia is like a rogue assassin.
Well, then you're gonna have to get them both, then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Turtle, do you want to try anything else while I'm in here?
That was the other thing that I was going to try, like Bonnie with Cryonaya. But I really liked the first team that you ran, where you had Rowan and the twins. I thought that was really cool. It's just because, like, for me, from a practical perspective, my Hugin's only EX10 Supreme Plus, so I would swap Hugin with Damien.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably even better, to be honest. Let me try it on this team.
Because Damien, you know, in addition to just more investment on like more people's accounts, Damien, he still provides the offensive buffs. He could be good in case you're fighting against Tassie, although I guess if Tassie did get her ult off against you, that would be probably hard to handle.
No, Damien is really good. He has a massive haste buff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The combination of Damien, the twins, and Rowan,
Yeah,
I think would be pretty insane. I mean, you're essentially running Cryonaya as a hyper carry at that point. But I really like the idea of. I mean, I feel like nowadays with PvP, there's an opportunity cost, right? Like with the PvP teams right now, it's kind of like 5 hero syndrome, where it's like, okay, you know, Bonnie's OP, Tassie and Talene is amazing together with Damien, because it's just a bunch of revivals and stuff. But then you're missing out on Lily May's ultimate canceling. So it's like, well, you can't have all 4 of them.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Holy shit. He killed everyone in like 8 seconds. No, I mean, exactly. Like, this is just like the ultimate hyper carry. Like,
Yeah, I feel like that team is so good. Yeah, what you just ran.
And then in PvP, so I'll show you what I'm running in Supreme Arena. So I'll face like someone here.
Go top 1. Don't be shy, go top 1.
No, I mean, I'm just running because I could attack multiple times, you know. But sure, I'll go second.
But still, you know?
So we got Overcharge on her with Dunlinger, Rowan again. You can't get her on the twins buff if you have her on the tile, but the tile does give her a lot of energy. And it gives her that first attack buff. First ult buff, sorry. So you'll see how quickly she ults. I'm not sure who they have in the back, but hopefully not Lily May.
Oh wait, they changed how hidden tiles look.
Yeah.
Now it has like the stands up. It's more 3D.
That's good. More noticeable.
Okay, they got Cryonaya here. They have a similar comp with Hugin, Rowan. So you just run Lily May, I guess, to negate her. Oh, and this artifact, I'll show you after, but we got 2 other artifacts we're testing. The Light Force and the Storm Strike.
Lightforge is a Dio charm?
Yeah, it's enlightening for season pretty much. But it does a little more. I'll go it after this fight. Oh, let's just attack. So, oh, they had Rainier hidden. They swapped her. Should still be okay as long as she ults.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, perfecto.
She ults and then just
It's a
Does she go back to her starting position?
Yep, she always
She's-
ults on this one tile. So you could actually get it to where like Hugin is in front of her, like Ludovic is on top of her. But yeah, I mean look at that. She ulted and then instantly went back into it. It's kind of crazy.
So she has like good synergy with Overcharge. And this is good news if you don't have the twins. You can use Overcharge instead.
Yeah, I mean you just saw her. I didn't even use the twins on that team.
Oh, Lily May
Overcharge
canceled
on
her at the
tile.
perfect time.
Yep. No, it worked out. And then we'll see if this ends up winning. Hopefully my Dino could ult too. Okay, we got her. Nice. Yeah, so in those super Dunlinger Cryo-Naya teams, just run Lily May. Because only Cryo-Naya will ult there, so Lily May will always negate her. And from there you should be able to wipe.
Using their Dunlinger to your advantage.
Yeah. Exactly. It looks like I lost this fight though.
Yeah, it's okay. You got the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that that's a lot of info.
Yeah.
How you feeling about all this, Turtle?
Oh, Cryonia, just even from a character design perspective, I mean, her kit's really exciting, but I do have to say, like, Cryonia is one of those heroes, you just look at her, and even if you don't play the game, you know she's probably a very high rarity.
Yeah, very
Oh,
OP.
yeah.
By her looks?
Yeah, just everything about
just
her
like,
screams
she's so
premium.
shiny.
Yeah, and just the way she like
Mm.
walks onto the screen, she like has her steps. Man.
And
Bonnie
for
also
me,
does
for
something
most
like that a
games, I
lot.
really like heroes that are ice element, because just ice element is really cool. So she's got all the brownie points for.
Yeah. You're like an ice mage enjoyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a new skin in the Velvet store? Because we get one every patch, I think.
I don't think
'Cause
the
there's a lot
Velvet
of
Sword
skins.
updated.
No, you gotta go to the Emporium. It's in the top right now.
Yeah, I don't think it updated yet. It's still the old one. Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Smoky.
Hey, that smoky skin's lit though. I love it.
It is.
Yeah.
Even the dress is nice.
No, the pirate one's still the best.
Yeah, no. I, mean,
I think the pirate one's really nice for the guy model, but for the girls, I don't think the pirate one was that great.
Mm-hmm. So let's go over to new artifacts, or we'll get them. So we're gonna get this for the people with the gazettes. We're gonna get it tomorrow as of recording, or by the time this video goes out. And then I believe this is the week after.
Okay.
So I guess we'll start with the one that's coming soon. So what it does is it summons a lightning strike whenever an enemy hero loses 40% of their HP. And then it does 60% of their team attack, and they lose vitality and 40 energy on hit.
Oh, so you use it with Aeron Nuke for Arcane Lab or for like Crystal Clash.
I haven't even really been able to, like, I don't know where you would use this. I haven't used it too much in testing yet. But it seems like a win more artifact, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Is it like the artifact in season 1?
Which one?
It looks
We had
exactly
something
like
similar.
the one from season 1.
Oh, no,
Is it
no.
like alt based?
That one was, this isn't all based. This could be good if you're, like, going against...
this one being HP based, yeah, is very interesting.
Yeah, like, if you're going against, like, a Tailina or a Tassie, because they're gonna be under 40% constantly, and you could keep on activating this. It does good damage. At plus 20, it does 160% of the team attack, which is, like, what is surging at? Yeah, so it's, like, double surging. So it does really good damage. The debuffs aren't the greatest, but they are pretty nice. So we'll see if it's used. Maybe, like you said, in Iran. But, like, I don't know. I guess we'll have
Yeah.
to test. And then this one here, the Light Forge. So this is like Enlightening spell, so it hits the rearmost ally when the battle starts, lasting for 15 seconds. And then they become unaffected. And this one actually buffs the unit's attack and life drain. So,
That's the Dio charm of the season.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a temporary buff.
Yeah.
I'm
Temporary
excited
buff
for this.
makes you unaffected, and it gives you an attack buff. Unlightening doesn't give you that attack buff, so it's nice. And then
Yeah.
when they assist or defeat an enemy, they'll gain an extra stat boost equal amount and extend the blessing duration of 25%. So I'm not sure exactly what this means, but I think it doubles it. Right? They will gain an extra stat boost of equal amount. So equal amount would be like the same, so like double?
Hmm.
I don't know. Really weird
Man,
wording.
Dio getting a buff every single season.
Yeah, and his charm skill is already really good. So for sure.
No, but Dio only likes temporary buffs, so it's only for the season.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right? And then at plus 20, if they defeat or assist 3 enemies, while the blessing lasts, they get a physical and magic defense buffed. And the duration is extended by 30 seconds. So this one's pretty nice. I've been using this one a lot for like Supreme Arena, and it's been like doing a lot of work. It's nice. I like this artifact for sure.
Yeah. Let's talk about Jimmy's favorite hero briefly, because I feel like a lot of people already have the same vibes. But Callan,
Oh
what's
yeah.
up? Recycle bin.
Yeah, so unfortunately he isn't the greatest. So he is an A-level Graveborn again. So that is nice. And if you did poker him, you can use the A-level swap we're gonna be getting shortly. For like Valka or any future unit that comes out. But pretty much what he does is at the start of battle and whenever he casts his ultimate, he goes into this, like if you see what he's doing now, it's like crouch state, or when he actively casts it, he has like his arms out, and he gets a massive shield, and anyone within 2 tiles of him, he absorbs 50% of their damage taken. So actually on paper, that is like, sounds really good. It's pretty much an AoE Thorn Chain. The problem with this is that the shield, like outside of the actual active effect of it, after 10 seconds, he loses the initial shield, and then he doesn't do much. So we'll see in his other skill, he hits twice and then does a slam, which does do some CC, so this is nice. The third skill, so after absorbing damage, 25% of that damage, he'd be able to reflect it, similar to Thorn's ult, within 2 tiles. But surprisingly, from my testing, this is very little damage usually. He gets Vitality. This skill is nice. When someone goes under 30% HP, it's like an AoE stun. And at plus 10, I think the duration of the stun is probably longer than Cassie's ult. Like this is pretty good, the skill. Supreme Plus makes him heal for the shield. But, I mean, like you've noticed, these 2 skills aren't really tanking skills. Nothing gives him survivability. His Mystic Plus is just a stun.
Yeah,
So
this all reads so good. Where did they go wrong?
yeah, because after 10 seconds, he has nothing. He doesn't have any tanking at all. So he has that initial tanking, which is nice. And then after he walks slowly, and in that state, so you can see this is when he's casting it. But if you go back into him, he's like crouched down. When he's like this, he doesn't gain any energy. So for the first 10 seconds of battle, he's stuck on the ground. He is shielding, but he doesn't get any energy, and then he gets up and slowly walks to the enemy and then dies because he has no other defensive skills.
Yeah, Turtle, did you pull Callan by any chance, or what did you do?
I I'm summoning him slowly. Like I have him I have him supreme right now, but it wasn't like a day one sort of thing. I think day one I got him to mythic, and as I got diamonds and more rate up tickets, I just slowly summoned for him. I don't think he's a bad unit. Like from a tank perspective, he is acting like a tank, particularly in the beginning. But kind of like what Milan said, it doesn't appear like he has anything in his kit that improves his survivability after the tank wears off.
Yeah.
And also, like, there's certain parts of his kit that aren't that valuable right now. Like, for instance, the stun that you mentioned earlier. It is an AoE stun, but it's not really something that has a huge impact on the game. Like, it would have been better if perhaps he provided some offensive buff, which it's looking to be the direction that we're taking when it comes to assessing whether a hero is a skip or a must pull. Just because most players they care about Dream Realm, and if it's
Yeah.
PvP, actually, if anything, I think the PvP, the Paragon changes hurt him a lot because now it's like, okay, in the past, you know, if a hero was a must pull, it was because they were good in Dream Realm. But if they were good in PvP, like Tassie, you would still summon her because at least, you know, like PvP is not completely useless. Like you can get, you know,
get
arena
some good
coins.
for sure.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
now with the Paragon changes, you cannot, like Supreme Plus is not good enough if you're fighting for ranks, you know, 1 through 20. Now you need at least one Paragon. So,
Yep.
It's hard to
Yeah.
justify.
His other biggest problem has nothing to do with the kit. It's that Thorin exists. And Thorin usually, like you mentioned, a lot of people already have Paragon. They already have him invested. So it's tough to like Thorin does a lot of what he does. He does the reflect, he does the damage taken, like with his chain. And he has a lot of survivability with his revives. So it's hard to justify using Kalin over him. Or at least investing in Kalin, especially for like a free-to-play or low spender.
yeah.
Now, one interesting question I want to pose is, let's say you just started, you're on a G server. Since there's so many S tier Graveborns to pull, would you build Kalin instead of Thorin?
I still would not.
Yeah, I would do Thorin.
I mean, if you started,
I think, right?
if you started a server right now, I think your main priority is doing normal summons, not raid ups.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Thorin would not even compete with Kalin because they're different ranks. So theoretically, you could go like
That's what I'm
Ludovic
saying, yeah.
Thorin and then Bonnie, but I would probably put Niru as a higher priority than
Or
Kalin.
even Valka. Because she's gonna come off soon.
Volta. Yeah, you're right.
Valka's gonna be off the raid up soon. Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually probably do Bonnie and Valka like once she goes to the raid up, and then next priority would probably be Niru and
Sylvina, maybe, or Kalin.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was just trying to vibe out, like, if for some reason, literally you're starting today, would you pop Kalin?
Yeah, I mean,
it's a good question to ask for sure.
There is some, I think, use because he has that massive shield, so 200% shield at the start of battle. There is some thing where you could like throw him down, and then if the enemy is using like a burst team, he will protect the team. That is good. I think he can see some minor use in the future. The problem is he doesn't do any utility. I had the same like problem with
Maybe
Luka.
he'll pop off next season somehow.
Yeah, he doesn't offer the team anything. He has a shield. He does some tanking for them. He does a stun and a knockdown, but he doesn't buff anyone. He doesn't debuff the enemy. Like Thorn does that debuff with his like chain, and that's why you've seen him in Dream Realm, especially pre season, and like before season 1 and early season 1, he was used actually quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But he does nothing, and it's kind of sad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
His design
Well, I
is
think
cool.
we're. Yeah, aesthetically, I like it. I think we're closing in on the hour mark soon.
Yeah.
What I want to end today with, before we go into our conclusion, is just catching up with Turtle. How have you been, man? How's it going? What's your plans?
Oh well, I've been enjoying this game more, despite the Paragon changes.
Mhm.
I'm very excited that there will be a continuation of the story, which I think this season has been really good. Like I enjoyed Waves of Intrigue, but I think this season, Chains of Eternity, I feel like the scenes are more memorable.
It was like an
And
actual story this season.
yeah,
It
and
was
it's
pretty
very
generic before.
yes. Yeah, so that makes me very happy. And I'm hopeful that in addition to new story, it implies that there will be a new map and an addition of one more Primal Lord. Because when I talked to the devs in person, the first thing I brought to their attention was we need more Primal Lords. So I'm pretty sure they're going to add one more Primal Lord after the two that we have right now.
Oh, like we're gonna get a third one this season.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Just because that was the first thing I mentioned, and we talked about for 15 minutes. Yeah, like I
Nice.
showed them my YouTube channel and showed them that the one video that I had above 10,000 views was the Plague Creeper. Yeah, so they know. Yeah, more Primal Lords.
Yeah, I mean, we already
And
got.
this second. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go.
Yeah, this second Primal Lord looks so cool. The frame looks cool. This ice one, it was okay, whatever. But this second Primal Lord looks so cool. So I would be very interested to see the aesthetics of the third one.
Yeah.
The third one?
No, like
The third
I was
one?
saying, there's probably gonna be a third one.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't think
that's
there's
my
a third one.
prediction. And then, based on the new schedule that they released, it looks like there will be a bunch of new, well, not really new events, but there will be more to do. There won't be as much of a dead period as there was in the first two seasons, I think.
That's good.
Yeah,
I
and
think the only thing I'm looking forward to is Anniversary and the collab, because they should both be this season. Looking at time.
Yeah, actually, speaking of the Anniversary, if you look really closely at the schedule, they have a snowflake on March 27th. And then in that portion, there's a chippy with a question mark and like a gap in the schedule. So they're going to, like Chad and I, Twitch Chad and I, we were talking about what could be given on the Anniversary. And some people were suggesting like a Celestial Hypogene swap, but I think minimum there would be a Celestial Hypogene selector. But I think one thing that would really make free-to-plays feel like, okay, it's not just like a complete cash grab by the devs. It would be if they had a Supreme Plus Celestial Hypogene selector. Make it so
That would be crazy.
And I think
That
it would
would
be
be
very reasonable because it takes a free-to-play a whole season to get a hero from 0 copies to Supreme Plus for like Celestial Hypogene. And given that in Endless mode, you're probably going to need the twins, Pesto, Hurok, and Rainier builds in order to compete across all 8 Dream Realm bosses. So why not, like, how does it hurt your bottom line if you gave one Supreme Plus selector, right? Because they still need 3 more Celestial Hypogenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would help retain.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, if there was a swap, who are you swapping, Turtle?
Oh, That's very easy. Burial.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you built Burial. Interesting.
Yeah, I have a P2 EX20 Burial who was completely benched during
No,
Waves of
burial is
Intrigue
very
because
worth
of
it.
all the Wilder invincibility.
Man,
Milan,
yeah.
show him how good burial is. And you said you're gonna
Milan, who would you
P3 him
swap?
too.
I'm
I'm
kind
probably
of,
gonna
for me
swap
personally, I might do
Scarlita.
Scarlita.
Yeah.
That's what you know what? I was thinking that too, but then Jake was against Scarlita. He said that Scarlita had more benefits than burial.
Yeah, I would agree 1,000%. Because Scarlita, at least in AFK stages, you can delete
Oh yeah,
Igor.
that's true.
You
I
know,
got to think
although
about my stages.
Cryo, yeah, would still take the spot. But, you know, sometimes you still want Scarlita.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I mean Scarlita, I don't know. I like Burial because he's more fun for me, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I
character-wise,
haven't used
he's...
Burial since I S plussed him.
Oh,
That's because
no.
yours is S plus. Get him to like P2 like Milan's.
Yeah, that's true. I would
Come
use
on,
him more
Eve.
if he was Trigon, but I got him to S plus to like use in PVE stuff, and then he like phased out of PVE stuff like overnight. I think it was when Heroic dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think burial's kit is interesting. It's just that the clones part is just not usable in DR. Imagine he could have done that in DR, make a huge clone of the boss.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but like on the PvP side of things, Scarlita is hard to slot in because usually the battle's gonna end before Scarlita drops, or the other team is super healthy when she drops, if it's a stall. But I mean, I agree with Turtle since both my Scarlita and Burial are S plus. I would probably just swap my Burial and just rebuild him when I need him.
Yeah.
But let's say if my Scarlita was P2 and my Burial was S plus, I might swap out my Scarlita and just rebuild her to just S plus and just have a P2 of something else. You know what I mean?
I think Scarlita, it's going to be hard for her to climb back because Dream Realm, she's not coming back for sure. And then from a PvP perspective, if you think about the top performing teams right now, you have D&D comps, you have like Tassie Tulane comps, you have Aaron Bonnie comps. All three of those comps have either insane burst to where the battle just ends super fast, or you have attrition kind of comps where if the battle lasts too long, the opposing Bonnie is going to make it so you can't really do much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because your haste is so low, or you're going against, you know, a Tassie that put you to sleep and Tulane burning you down. Like Scarlita's not going to do much against any of that.
That's a problem, yeah. It feels like Scarlita has been like she's too slow nowadays.
I do want to speak on another Celestial Hypogene, Heroic, because I do think that, like, I don't know if you guys remember previous season, but during Endless Mode, Heroic was best in slot for, from my memory, 2 to 3 out of the 8 Dream Realm bosses. This season, it's anticipated if VN server is consistent with global afterwards, it will be best in slot for 6 out of 8. But the main reason is because of his magic charms, where he gets an extra attack boost and defense boost every 10 seconds that stack until the battle's over. So that, you know, by the 80-second mark into the Dream Realm boss, Heroic has almost doubled his defenses, and his attack, I think, increases to at least 50%, like 50. And by that time, he'll have eaten all his allies and, you know, be doing insane damage output. But that's not going to be the case for Season 4.
Right.
So that kind of worries me a little bit because people...
I juiced up my Heroic.
Yeah, like people will I'm worried that free-to-plays will juice up their Heroic thinking like, oh, you know, he's still, you know, very powerful, but they don't know the reason why, which is that he's being artificially boosted for this season.
What was the charm last season?
I don't think it was as impactful.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I mean, I
last
think
season he was being carried by Mauler tiles, I remember. Not for Dream Realm, obviously, but
no, yeah, for
for
Dream Realm. I
PvP.
mean, I think he still sees some use, especially in bosses like Plague Creeper and Sky Clocks, if they come back.
Yes.
So I think he'll always have some use for sure, at least until he gets power correct in terms of damage. But I do get what you mean. Like, you don't want a repeat of what Scarlita was season 1, where she was like the
Yeah.
best on so many bosses, and then she lost her seasonal skill and she just fell off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we had a great episode today. And for the conclusions, basically, we just explored Pioneer together. We had a lot of visuals and insight from Milan. Turtle provided a lot of good ideas as well. And before we, close out for the night, I always like to ask our guests, Turtle, is there anyone or anything you'd like to shout out?
Oh, well, I want to shout out to my Twitch viewers first. We're actually live right now, so they're getting a preview of this podcast. And then also shout out to everyone who is still playing AFK Journey, because I think that AFK Journey is a very special game. It's my main game. I think it has so much potential. I think the biggest challenge right now is keeping players engaged and not making them feel like the game is just only benefiting, people who spend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, for the viewers at home, please drop by Turtle's stream whenever you get a chance. I always drop by when I get a chance. And of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And, let us know what animal you would have as a pet that's, not a cat or a dog. And what question of the week you would like next week. I think I want to open that up to our comment section. Let us know what you want to know about us.
We had a
And-
question submitted.
Yeah, but then when I followed up on it, I didn't get a response. So make sure if you make a suggestion, look for my follow-ups.
Bye,
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.